That's better. I have this big head staring at you. I don't know what happened. I must have pressed a weird button or something. I'm not sure, but anyway, hopefully this will work better. Okay. I am going to, we're going to do our Snowy. Mama Snowy. So I'm going to do it now. And then I'll just put the recording up under Hi Mary, Hi Virginia. I'm just going to put it up under guides so that you can watch it anytime. I have done all the base coating and everything. I'll tell you what I've done. However, it is exactly the same as Papa Snowy. So if you start with Papa Snowy, go down to Mama Snowy, Baby Snowy, you'll know everything. But anyway, so I'm going to just tell you what I've done so far. What else? I think I'm just gonna go for it. Just hold on a sec. Hi, Nancy. Okay, let's see how this is. Da-da-dum, da-dum. Okay, so this is Mama Snowy, and this is how Mama Snowy will look when we're finished. Maybe move this up a little bit. You see it okay? I just want to make sure that I have the camera. Good. I might move that forward a little bit. Okay. It's Mama Snowy, and then this is Mama Snowy base coated and done. So I just wanted to tell you what I've done so far. So same as Papa Snowy, I base coated the Snowy in light buttermilk. You have choices. There'll be in the pattern of what color you can use instead of the light buttermilk. The nose was base coated in dried clay. The hearts have been base coated in heritage brick. The little berries have been base coated in rookwood red. This has been brushed. I used the ink blending brush, and I used the Distress ink vintage photo and just put a stain on that. And the snowflake was base coated in bleach sand. I will put it all in the instructions, but I just thought I'd let you know before I started. Okay. After I base coated everything, I sanded the edges of the Snowy, and I did it on both sides just to, you know, just so that they look good. And then I distressed it. Now I distressed it using a little bit of the vintage photo. However, if you don't have it, you know, you can go ahead and use a little bit of burnt umber or asphaltum, just something, and just do it lightly. You don't need it to be a dark distress. You just kind of want it to look a little aged. Or if you have another color that you like to use when you're aging, that's fine too. Just gonna see if, I don't know if the comments section is going to work on this. I find it, for some reason, it hasn't been, and I don't know. Oh, there we are. On our way to the Grand California. Oh, Claudia, you're on your way to Disneyland again. Oh, your 25th wedding anniversary. How exciting. I wasn't going to do a live. I was just going to do recording, but I thought, what the hey, I'll come on and do it. Okay. Have fun, Claudia. Drive safe. So after I distressed it, I splattered it with black, and I did both sides. I did the eyes and the mouth, and they're done exactly the same as we did in Papa Snowy, so you'll know exactly how to do them. I also put on the stand. When I did the stand for Papa Snowy, I painted it first and then put it on. I find it works better if I put it together, glue it on, and then painted it. Because you don't want to get any paint in the little slat, otherwise it's harder to fit. So I put it on and then I painted it. So now we're just going to put this all together. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take our two hearts and I'm going to glue them on. I'm going to use my art glitter glue. I know, Claudia, I got Deb to cut me out a whole bunch of them, so as soon as I get them, I'll put them up in the group. For those of you who might like some stands for other projects, I am getting Deb to cut me them out, and I'm going to be selling them in the group. I'll probably do them like in a little, you know, sets of 5s or something. I'm not going to sell them one by one, but probably sets of 5s. Or maybe sets of 3. I'll see. So we're just going to glue these on. And I'm also going to glue our little snowflake on. Thank you, Cindy. These were so fun to do, these little snowies. And I'm going to use the same glue to glue on our little snowflake here. So I'm just going to let those dry before we do anything else. So you had horrible rain the last couple of days. Today is our big Ironman. We host, our town hosts Ironman each year. It's huge, Ironman triathlon. This is our last year that our city is going to be doing it, our town, which is too bad, but it got so cold the last couple of days that they actually had to cancel the swimming portion of it because our lake got too cold. Our swimming pool, we have our swimming pool in our yard, was 92 or 94 last week. It's 76 today. Just over a couple of days of it, this cold weather. Cindy, if you're getting like a green flash or, you know, anything goes weird, always go out completely and then just come back in and then go back into the group. Sometimes it's just your computer. I just want to make sure that these are good and dry because I do not want them to start sliding around as I do anything. So that's why I'm just chit-chatting with you for just a minute. Just want to make sure they're not going to slide around. Nope, I think they're going to be okay. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make the little bow for her hair. Here we are. So you'll each, hi Mary, you'll each get a package like this. And in this one, you'll see there is some of the burlap twine, some of the green and red stripe, a little bit of this green, and then some cheesecloth. So I'm just going to get that out. So I need a bit of this. Oops, a bit of this. A couple of these. And I want I tell you, oh, here it is. These Bodabras, I love them, but I wish they weren't gray because I lose them all the time. Hi, Rhonda. So I lose these. Did you get my message yesterday, Rhonda? I answered back. You may have even answered me back, and I haven't checked it today. We have Jane and Sarah and Albie in here. They've gone out to watch Iron Man because some of their friends are in it. I don't think so. I thought I'd jump on now and do this. Yes, okay. And is that okay, Rhonda? Okay. So I'm going to take, I'm just looking, I think I'm going to take 2 of these. Nah, 2. I think 2 is enough. Just 2 of the long strips. I'm going to put the others just over there. Now I'm going to make the little a little bow underneath. So to do it, just kind of putting it in half, I'm going to make a loop exactly the length, however big I want this bow. So, and I'm going to do just 2 loops like that on each side. Just making sure that's going to be big enough. Come on. I have a little bit more. So I think I'm just going to use the whole thing up. And then take a little piece of string. I'm just going to put it in like that. And I really like to kind of pull at the loops so that they're not completely even. So I'm just going to play with them a little bit. Now I'm going to take some of this green, and this is a 4 loopers, so 2 loops on each side. And I don't want the tail to be too long, so I'm just going to do it about the width of the loop. And same with these. You don't want these too big because her head isn't that big, right? So you don't want to make your loops too big. Thanks, Rhonda. Just going to cut that tail so it's about the same length as the other one. And then I have this green fabric I just had in my hot little hand. Oh, I put it back away. So I have this green fabric, and there's 2 of them, and I'm just crossing them over like this. 1 and 2. And then I'm going to tie them in the middle. I tell you, Rhonda, I have absolutely no idea what happened. Every once in a while that happens, and I think what happens is I'm printing off a whole bunch, and if I run, my pizza will be extra large and full of goodies. It is going to be very large and full of goodies, but I think everything is too big for a pizza box, so I think we're going to have to use maybe a Pampers box. How exciting for you. So I'm just going to cut that off, and then I'm turning, so this is the side that will show, but I'm just going to turn it over and just kind of play with some of these loops, kind of pull them a little bit. Make some a little bit longer and some a little bit shorter. And I'm going to separate these ones up a bit. Hi, Carolyn. And then I'm going to cut this because these are too long. I don't want them really any longer than ones that are already here. Trim that down a little bit there. This is actually going to be put right here on this side. And I can trim down any of these little tails that I want after I glue it on. So let's glue this on. Oh, why is my glue gun not hot? it'll just be a second. For some reason, it was not hot. So while we're waiting for the glue gun to heat up, let's go ahead and make this bow here. And then we'll come back to the headband bow. So you should have probably about 18 inches of fabric left. And what we're going to do is, you just go right there. We're going to go into the red stripe. This one. Just want to move all of this. And I'm going to tie this around her neck. But I'm not going to pull it really, really tight because then it does this. I'm going to try and keep it a little bit looser. Just tie it in a knot where I want it to be. We'll cut that away. I'm thinking like that. You can see how it's a little bit looser. It isn't, you know, strangling the poor little girl. I'm waiting for this glue gun, see if this will work. I'm just going to put a little dab right there. And that's just going to hold that knot there. I'm just going to leave these ties like this for right now. And then I'm going to take my Bodabra. Hey, Keiko. Yes, Christmas in September. Okay. I'm going to take this white and I think I'm going to do maybe even 3 knots on each side. I'm going to leave the tail a little bit longer. I can come and trim it if I want afterwards. So I think I'm going to do 3 loops on each side. If I have enough. I'll have to see if I have enough. 1, 2. Oops, maybe move that up a little bit. 2. And 3. I will be writing up the instructions for Mama Snowy and the shovel today, because I think everybody's going to be gone for a bit. So I'm going to take advantage of that and write them up. Now I'm going to do just a single loop on each side with the stripe fabric. Going to trim that. You know what? I'm going to backtrack because I think I want to put some of the cheesecloth in first. So when you get it, it's just going to be in like a strip. So just open it up, take a bit of it. And I mean, everybody knows when I do these, I just kind of pull them and rip them. But you're going to want some of this for the top bow, the little headband. Okay. Now I'm going to do the stripe. Sorry about that. That should be good. And I'm going to tie this. Let's flatten this down a bit. I'm going to tie this off and trim it. Now I have some leftover strands of the burlap, so I'm going to take them. I gave everybody lots, but I think I'm only going to use 3 of them. And I'm going to make loops about how big I want them. Seeing if that's going to be too big. I think that's going to be too big, so I'm going to make them a little bit smaller. You don't want them too big, and then that's all you're going to see. I'm going to take a little string and tie it in the middle. And separate it just a little bit. We're going to glue it down right in the middle of that where we've tied that bow. I think I'm going to just put a little dab right there too, in the back, just to secure it in the back. And then we're going to take this part of the bow, and I'm just going to kind of open it up and play with it a little bit. And I'm going to glue it on. Right in the middle of where we put the little burlap bow. And I'm going to hold it really tight so that it really sticks good. That's okay. I wasn't actually going to come on. I was just going to record this, but I thought, well, that's silly. I can just come on right in the group and do this. It'll all be in the under guides, so you don't have to worry about missing anything. I'm just going to trim some of this away because it's quite long. You know me, I like to scrape my nails around these edges so they don't look cut, they look more frayed. And so you can see how I didn't cut the edge completely across. I did it on a little angle. I just think it gives it a little bit more of a worn look. And see what I'm doing? You can see how I've just frayed that with my fingers. So I'm just going to look at this and think, I'm wondering if these might still be just a little bit too long. So I think I'm going to cut them a little bit more. So you can cut them any length you like. You don't have to do me exactly. You just don't want to cover everything up, right? Right now I have a little rusty bell. I'm going to put in the middle. And we are going to be, of course, splattering and spluttering and doing all the good stuff. Okay, now I have this little burr tag. I'm just going to glue it just under here. I want it to be able to be seen, so I'm just going to try and position it in a good spot. So I'm just going to glue it just there. Want that to dry. And then I'm going, this is the little headband bow that we made. And that's going to be a little bit too long, so let's frayed that up a little bit. Now you can put yours on either side. I put it on this side. You know, I think this time I'm going to put it on this side. I think it kind of looks nice on that side too. You can pick whichever one you like. And I'm going to take just a little bit of cheesecloth, put it in the middle there. So I have cheesecloth left over. I'm actually using one of the kits. So just to show you that you do get lots of everything to work with. I'm just going to kind of fold it in half and take it in the middle, kind of pinch it in the middle and then twist it. Gonna stick that on there. And then we have our little berries. Now I base coated these Rookwood Red. These are the red berries, but y'all know I don't really like the big red shiny berries, so I paint them. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to just put those in the middle. One, 2, and 3. Now it's time to splatter this, and let's get some snow on here because that's what's really going to finish this off. I think that might be a little bit too long there. Okay, so I'm going to take my snow tack. I know I'm going to put just a little bit of, I always save all these little scraps. I tell you, I have a box, this huge massive box full of scraps. And I just use them for whatever little thing I'm coming up with. But they're neat for making little patches with, or... Okay, so I think the first thing I'm going to do, if I can find it, oh, there it is. There's my little knife. So I want to put a little bit extra on before I splatter. So I want to put a little bit on burr. Let's make it look like there's some snow on there. And for all those wondering, I am. Deb and I are going up to Kelowna next week. To the dollar stores to look at, try and get some more things. I'm going to try and get some more lanterns. I know people have been asking for them, so I am going to try and get some. So just anywhere I think snow might have fallen and attached itself more. I'm just going to put a little bit of snow on. Okay, now I'm going to start splattering. So I'm just going to take my denture brush. I don't think I'm going to use that one. I think actually I'm going to use, my toothbrush this time. So you can use denture brush. You can use a toothbrush, a denture brush. Don't use a splattering tool because it doesn't work properly with the splattering tool. You have to use either a denture brush or a old toothbrush. I'm just covering up the face because I don't want a bunch of snow on the face. Separate this a little bit. Pick up a little bit more. Pick up a little bit more. We're going to do this bow. So I have to get up a little higher, don't I? Sorry about that. Well, we've got Mama Snowy done. Okay, so this is Mama Snowy. This is with the headband on that side. This is the headband on the other side. You can see the two. So you can do either, whichever one you like. This is, you know what, I didn't put snow on this one. Why did I not put snow on it? I don't know, but we're doing it now. The original one. Okay. Hi, Catherine. So here we are. So here's Mama Snowy. So now we have Papa Snowy done. We have Mama Snowy done. And I'll probably come back on. I might actually even come on in just a little bit and do some more and do Baby Snowy. And then they'll all be done in the group and I don't have to worry about them. And then I just have to type up the patterns for you. So here you are, Mama Snowy, Baby Snowy. I hope you like these two little cuties. Have a great day. And again, I might actually just come back on in a little bit and do Baby Snowy. The toque is a lot of fun on Baby Snowy, so. Okay, thanks everybody. Oh, let me just bring this up. I have to rotate my phone. You can't turn your phone when recording. Oh, rotate. There we are. I'm back. Okay, so Mama Snowy's done, Papa Snowy's done. I'm going to do Baby Snowy. I might just go ahead and do the base coating and then just come back on in a few minutes And what time is it? Yeah, I'll probably come back on in half an hour or so and do baby Snowy. If you're here, I'll see you. If not, it'll be up in guides. But I won't be doing the instructions until later on today. We'll get them out today. The instructions and the instructions for the shovel too. That's it. Thanks all for you guys. Thanks everybody that came and watched me this morning. And I'll see you all a little bit later. Bye.